Hi everyone, it's Eric from ecomma12.blogspot.com and welcome to my vlog video. And today what I'm going to actually be doing is going to watch the movie Evil Dead in the cinema. Now, at first I wasn't going to actually see this movie, but due to the fact that I actually thought I might as well go see the originals, mainly the first one that came out in 1981, I loved that movie. First 20-30 minutes was a bit boring, but when it picked up, it really picked up, and it was, with all those practical effects and gore effects, it was amazing. And this is going back to the classic old school time when movies used to use practical effects and not CGI kind of effects to do all the bloody sort of massacres and stuff. So, hopefully this movie should be pretty good, but from what I've heard, it's really extremely bloody. So, I'm actually gonna go see it today, and I thought I'll give you a vlog video about it. Now, this is not gonna be my normal vlogs where I just do this one sort of clip and then I just end the video at a certain point. I'm gonna show you a little bit. I'm at home right now. I'm gonna be showing you a little bit of footage of me talking and stuff right now. Then I'm gonna switch over to when I'm actually in the cinema, and then after that I'm going to switch over to when the movie's finished, and I'll give you a quick sort of brief opinion about what I thought about it. But I'm inside my house right now, as I said, and if you think my face looks a bit greasy or something, just to excuse it, I've got some eczema, so I've put some eczema cream on me. That's all it is, and it just reflects over the sort of daylight that's coming down that way, so that's why it looks a bit like that. Now I'm using the BlackBerry Z10 to actually record this, and I'm stretched my arm like full arm length, and it does pick me up quite close. I'm not zoomed in or anything, so this is the standard kind of zoom setting right here, but yeah, it's a bit strange right there. Actually changed and switched hands. But yeah, let me just quickly say what I thought about the first Evil Dead. First Evil Dead, the first 20 or 30 minutes was boring, and seemed a bit very dated with the terms of the microphone, the video cameras they were using at the time. But first of all, when it really started picking up, it really picked up. The gore effects were really cringeworthy. Normally see blood, loads of blood in movies, and they make you cringe, but it's like, they don't make you cringe as if you've, like when you see blood in real life. If you see a little scrape and a bit of blood coming out in real life from a person, you'd start cringing. In a movie, there's buckets of blood, you don't cringe. But with practical effects that I experienced firsthand with Evil Dead, you really cringe. It looks so real. So, there was one scene in Evil Dead which didn't look real. That's when you pushed that demon's eyes in. It looked like a lot of paint. That was just the worst kind of practical blood effect in that movie. But first one, loved it. Second movie, now the first movie of Evil Dead was actually supposed to be a straight-on horror movie, but the second movie introduced some comedy to the mix. Now the first one's so old that it's actually, what was supposed to be scary at the time has also been a bit funny now. But yeah, the first one had some of those funny aspects, but it's still serious. Part 2 I didn't like as much, even though many people do. I didn't really like it very much. I hope you can excuse the sometimes close-up wide-angle lens here, but yeah, I wasn't really too crazy about the second one. I thought it was boring most of the time. There were some times I was like, okay, just watching, and some crazy stuff was happening, although we're used to this crazy stuff in Evil Dead. But yeah, second one, had some really cool scenes, but there wasn't as much blood. I know it's all about the blood. Well, after seeing the first movie, I was really looking forward to the second one, because people said there's more blood in the second, but there was quite a lot less. Part 2 was not really much I could say about it, really. It was okay. Then there's Part 3, which was not even called Evil Dead 3, it was called Army of Darkness. Army of Darkness was a straight-up comedy. I'd say horror doesn't even go in there. Probably does just a tiny bit, but it was really comedy. And it's kind of stupid. I'm going to say it was stupid, but did have some funny scenes in there. And there's only one scene where the crazy OTT over the top blood just starts splurting out at one point. But I did find it quite funny. It wasn't scary at all anymore. But yeah, I would say that I enjoyed Part 3 about as much as I enjoyed Evil Dead 2. So yeah, those are the 3 Evil Dead movies, and I saw them about a month ago, or was it 2 months ago, in preparation for this Evil Dead movie. I wasn't going to see this one in the cinema at first, because watching this trailer, it seemed uneasy just watching the trailer for the new one, but after seeing the old movies, I'm hyped. After seeing the first movie, of the original actually, I was hyped to see the remake. I was really hyped, and I'm still really hyped right now. I'm going to go see it in about, I think the showing's going to be in about 45 to 50 minutes. So, yeah, I'm really forward to that, and I'm going to stop this part of the video now and switch over to when I'm actually seated in the cinema. Okay, I just came out watching Evil Dead, and boy was it gory. It was very, very gory. I just want to quickly talk, and this is my very brief opinions, and I hope you can see me, by the way. But let's quickly talk about the acting. Didn't like it. There were a few good actors, I'd say. But and I'm not saying that they're terrible actors. They're all right for what they are. What I didn't like about the acting in this movie is it seems modern, and it seems like the same acting you get in modern day horror movies, and I hate the acting you get in modern day horror movies, with a couple of exceptions here and there. But you know that they're only introducing these guys to you because they're gonna die. You know that. They're basically meat for the grinder. None of them have any sort of interesting character traits or any sort of like things that you really like about them. There's probably a couple aspects you like about some of the guys or some of the characters, but then it's like more like their idiot side shows up. Like there's one guy who you've seen in the trailer who says, do not read this book, or I can't remember the line, I can't believe it. But he says the guy with the glasses basically. He's basically like, do not read from this book when he looks it up or when he opens the book up. And it's like you idiot. What on earth are you doing that for? So yes, it was like quite blatant. It was quite obvious. These characters I didn't really like them. There were a couple which I thought not bad, but I'm not gonna say they're great. And like I said, acting wise, they're okay for what they are. Now let's talk about the practical effects, which is what everyone wants to hear about. Is the gore in there? Yes, it is. Is it gorier than the original? Yes, it is. Is it disturbing and cringe-worthily disturbing? Yes, it is. It is a very disturbing movie. Very, very bloody as well. I was surprised by that. And I was surprised at how bloody it was. I knew it was going to be bloody, but it was really bloody. One thing I didn't like as much about with the blood is that, yes, it did look real, but do you know in the trailer, I'm going to give you a best example, and the most memorable example. In the trailer, do you remember at the end of the second trailer, the red band one? Remember at the end when one of the girls that demon actually licks his tongue with a knife and splits it. There's a kiss on this woman, and then you see like all that blood come out. In the trailer, you could see it. In the movie, it happened quite fast and it was quite a bit dark as well. You couldn't see it. It was like there's some quick cuts they did. I don't know why they did those quick cuts. I prefer the version in the trailer. And at times it was a bit dark to see what was going on. And normally my eyes can keep up with everything that goes on, like in say fast action sequences, like in Bourne and stuff. But here, what made it a bit harder to actually see in one scene in particular, that was harder to actually see what was going on, was because the light was flashing on and off. When the light flashes on and off, and then that just cheats. That's just cheating. You can't see what's going on, not because of fast camera, not because of the fast camera. And the camera, that's one thing I didn't like. I miss Sam Raimi's kind of cinematography and kind of direction, the way he was going with the camera. In this one, it was like, as times I just got annoyed by it at some points. So didn't really like that quite a few points as well. Now you can probably hear me stuttering. That's because there's quite a few things I actually want to say, but I'm trying to keep it spoiler free. But yeah, overall, did I like the movie? Yes, I did. I was slightly let down as well because I did feel underwhelmed at some points in the movie. I was like, oh come on, that's cop out right there, or that's not good enough. But the movie did top itself in every sort of gore scene, every single one. But there were some scenes in the trailer that were not even in the movie. For example, remember the bit where it's like, we're gonna get you, stuff like that, under the trapdoor? That wasn't even in the movie. It wasn't the original. I thought that they modernized it very well in the trailer, but it wasn't even in the movie. There are a couple other scenes which didn't even turn out to be in the movie either. And there are a couple of scenes in the trailer that sort of, when they're about to show in the movie, you're like, oh, I know what's going to happen here because this person was dressed like this or looked like this in the trailer, so I know what's going to happen here. That's one thing I also really didn't like about, I think the trailer did that and spoiled it a bit. But it was quite obvious in the movie as well. Now, I know I'm saying stuff like it's more of a ramble than a review, but this is just a vlog video, so it's obviously some brief from my opinions. But overall, did I like it? Did I think it's worth it, the price of admission? Overall, yes, I did like it. I'd say it's better in the cinema than it would be if you watch it at home, but that doesn't mean watching it at home would be a bad thing. I just enjoyed it more in the cinema because this was my first sort of 18 horror to see in the cinema because I just hit that age. So, yeah, I'm really happy I saw it, and I hope you can see it here because I can't see the screen of the BlackBerry Z10. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and could I recommend it? Yeah, I could recommend it. It's not like there's bad remakes. Like, I haven't seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre yet, the remake, but from what I've heard of that is the continuity is all messed up in that, and everyone's done. From what I've heard, no one likes the movie. There's obviously the odd few, but it's got very bad reviews. But Evil Dead is a worthy remake, and yes, they're going to make a sequel. We all know they're going to make a sequel. And yeah, I'm just going to basically say, yeah, I really liked the movie. The blood and gore in this was great, and I wish it was more scary, though. It wasn't scary, unfortunately. Overall, I did like this movie. Did I love it? No, but I liked it. Would I recommend it? Yeah, at matinee price. Don't pay full price. That's really not worth it. But if you're not really into the Evil Dead series, then just rent it. That's what I'd suggest. But if you want to really watch a movie with a lot of gore and blood and stuff like that, then go ahead and watch this movie. If you want it to be scary, then sorry, but you'll be disappointed. But if you do like seeing a lot of blood, then check this movie out. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and please let me know what you think of the picture and audio quality of the BlackBerry Z10. I'm going to go back home now and start filming some more videos and get some work done as well.